2 months to the day since Iran and the United States agreed on a ceasefire to end their conflict, we are now back on the cusp of full-scale war. This began yesterday in Lebanon when Hezbollah fired 2 rockets at northern Israel, which is a red line for Israel. Israel then carried out airstrikes in Beirut, which is a red line for Iran. And in response, Iran has launched 11 ballistic missiles at northern Israel last night around 10 p.m. Overnight, the Israeli Air Force then responded by striking targets in western and central Iran. It's understood they targeted radar stations, missile launch sites, as well as a drone factory. And in this morning, we had further salvos, 2 from Iran and 1 from the Houthi militia in Yemen. It's understood at least 30 ballistic missiles were fired at Israel. The Home Front Command here in Israel has closed schools across the country for the entire day today, and they have ordered hospitals to carry out their operations underground in fortified shelters. Now, after this initial Iranian attack last night, it's understood that President Trump had a phone conversation with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and he urged the Israeli Prime Minister not to respond because President Trump believes that a deal with Iran is close. According to those reports, Prime Minister Netanyahu pushed back and he pseudo-agreed in the sense that he agreed not to carry out escalatory or controversial attacks, but that he would respond in some way. So in attacking military sites, it's believed that Israel is trying to calibrate their fire and is trying to prevent an escalation. Israel's ambassador to the UN said, importantly, that Israel is not targeting Iranian energy infrastructure. Of course, that would be viewed as an escalation. However, this morning, the Israeli military did confirm that they have struck multiple parts of an Iranian petrochemical factory. Now, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard say that they targeted 2 Israeli air bases in the south of Israel in the Negev desert. Those bases have been targeted before. They are remote bases, and it's a less controversial target than, say, striking or attempting to strike the headquarters of the Israeli military here in downtown Tel Aviv. So it's unclear if both sides are trying to calibrate their fire, are trying to prevent this from escalating potentially out of control. The involvement of the Houthi militia is an important development because they have largely sat out of the last war with Iran. But of course, they control the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, and they can block maritime traffic through that crucial strait to the Red Sea and through the Suez Canal, of course, at a time when the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. So we now wait and see whether this situation will escalate further, whether there will be more back and forth strikes, more missiles fired at Israel, and more Israeli airstrikes carried out in Iran. We've heard both from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, who say that they are ready for widespread operations, and we've heard from the Israeli military, who say that they are ready for both attack and defense. Blake Sifton for AnewZ in Tel Aviv.